各位读者，欢迎收看马克白的书库。我们今天呢，应该主要会跑支线，那看能不能顺便拿个索命咒。我们已经拿到前面2个不赦咒，拿到22令跟酷刑咒。那今天看能不能拿到索命咒。那今天应该是12点半会下播，因为明天还要上班了。那就开始吧。嗨，拓海晚上好，铁匠晚上好，然后 JKBRY 晚上好。迪克有个点子想跟你分享，等下来看他有什么点子。还在调制哦，对，但是存档的时候就存下来了，好吧？那我们就先来解任务。应该主要解支线。
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deke thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deke suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deke has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deke.
但是要抓2只吗？来看世界地图。这个位置好远哦。这就是到每个地方要先开火点了。之前到了之后没开火点，就是要重飞。
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
我的画面怎么是黑的？先到火点去。这边怎么是灰灰的地方？来解一下。
Could it be a Merlin trial?
梅林的试炼。要做什么呢
？Accio, Levioso, Incendio.
直接爆开。对，这个试炼要做什么呢？拉球吗？嗨，南湖晚上好。把球拉下去就好了。 没有成功吗？
Incendio!
要不用弹的吗？把它弹进去。
Repulso! Accio! These moan trials won't get the best of me.
成功！我们应该结束我背包了。哦，空间可以加这么多。
Revelio!
这边有什么可以拿的吗？没有。哦，骑士罪魁吗？我们要来抓他们。首先来指定一下这个背包咒。然后我们应该是先用漂浮咒来打，飞很快，抓一只，然后先给那个漂浮咒，然后再偷它，没有成功。
No, you don't.
我们是一开始的漂浮咒没中吗？
Levioso! Right, won't you?
飞太快了吧？怎么这样？再试一次，应该静静的放漂浮咒。还是先隐形贴过去呢？如果先放个隐形咒贴过去。放下面这个，龙都飞走了。都没有买。变隐形，我贴近它的时候放那个漂浮咒。 又收到一个。
There, there. I'm not going to hurt you.
你要抓到母的，那这是公的。
Everything's all right now.
成功了。现在我们只要再去买秘方，不知道多少钱呢？你现在身上应该有钱吧？帮我看看路上有什么可以打的。没有火点，先去看一下。
I should investigate.
Seems we may have an intruder in our midst. What have you done? Nothing more than luck.
步行咒。
He must have sacrilege to your name.
Trying to make me an admirer of your challenge, are we?
You'll never be. I think not.
Accio.
And I haven't even had me
Accio. Leviosa.
What have you done?
Oh, potato. Depulso. Ethereal.
Stop!
Confringo. Crucible. Glacier. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Leviosa. Confringo. Mendo.
我这古代魔法好凶
Be
残。
sorry you did that. Accio. Leviosa. Incendio. Confringo. Protego. Crucio.
Crucio!
Revelio.
哦，嗨！那这边放什么呢？补血药。哎，这个营地就只有这些东西啊。那我们就回去火米村买配方。还有任务哎，所以应该是不用付钱吧
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Revelio.
附近有什么宝物吗？都没有。
Just let me know if there's something in particular you're looking for.
那我要1000块，卖得出1000块吗？63、61、51、64，好够哎，刚好可以买。
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the Thestrals.
Revelio。
好像没有宝物。我们回去万应室。我已经买到秘
I've
方了。
rescued the Thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
哎呦，又有新的空间了。
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
也是适合孵化骑士醉鬼马的地方。然后我要你要给他什么？变换出繁殖圈。我应该要放个建筑的咒语。我要怎么使用这个？那你成功了吗？哦，它要时间。29分钟后才会成功，跟狗一样，被摸的时候会倒在地上。好了，那我们可以先解别的任务，顺便去摘点东西。我们应该有很多的磨苹果，跟我没有收集到吗？那我磨苹果已经满了，那我的食人干也满了吗？还没。小人甘蓝，再拿个魔药。
Nothing to identify.
没有要
For
鉴
now,
定
at least.
那我们可以先解下一个任务，有挑战完成了。古代魔法，升级装备这么厉害？那我们装备高一点再来升级。那来看有什么任务可以解的。郝英教授的作业，然后保守秘密跟巨龙的盘问，应该来解这两个。 不知道在哪里耶。世界地图，又是一个没有火点的地方。没有火点吗？没有。我们要从附近飞过去。我们先到这个地方。
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
这场景很像故事书，确实啊。附近有梅林的实验码解一解。
I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
是哪一种类型呢？这个应该是要拿萤火虫来点。
Lumos.
要找萤火虫去柱子上。哪边有萤火虫？附近没有啊。前面有一坨。那应该还有其他的要点，这一颗吗？这一颗也要点。上面看一下。
Lumos.
理论上萤火虫应该不会站太远。没看到因为只有2群。下面吗？那只要点亮这个就行了。
Lumos. Merlin himself will be proud.
来这边抓迷踪鸟。哦，它直接隐形。
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
我们有背包咒，所以我们要先你怎么丧尸？吓死
！Levioso。
找到。
Assignment's all finished.
现在有个丧尸是不是？没看到哎。
Revelio。
没看到东西，就走人咯。回去上奇兽学。
Off on another adventure, are we?
这就是拜月兽。
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn your
你
new
可以学
I
大爆
completed
爆
your。assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarder now.
Good. Now, this spell
这招应该
comes
是
with a
爆爆
caveat.
炸。
It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
没问题。这是适合学生学习的咒语吗？怎么看都不是啊。
I will, Professor.
我们是
I will
100
hold
年
you
前
to
的
that promise.
学生。
Now, you
1800
must
年
be
那时候是
precise
百
in
无
your
禁忌
wand
的。
movements. We don't want
你不
you
小心就把
blowing
手
your
炸飞，
hand
太危
off.
险了。
Go ahead. Nice and steady
这
wand
是个百
movements.
无禁忌的年代。
Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile.
大爆爆，应该是爆爆炸。
Well done. Now,
拿
let
南
us
瓜来
put
练
it
习，
into practice,
大
shall
南
we?
瓜咯。
Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
用南瓜来练习。把它指定在，这是攻击咒。我们这边拉锁已经有了，放在这一页好了。那冰冻换掉，换成大爆爆，大南瓜喽。
Excellent wand work.
直接炸烂，
Cast the spell just like that every time.
重度伤害咒语。
Assured and in control.
好扯哦。
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
I was wondering what inspired your interest in magical beasts.
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
有可能。
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best
善
serve
尽
the
你的义务来
students
启迪
to
与
whom
教
one
育
is
学生。
obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my
6
6th
年级
and
升7年
7th
级的暑假。
years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
鸟蛇是什么？
What type of beast is an alchemy?
It is a spectacular beast. A
有羽
feathered
毛，有翅
winged
膀，
serpent
模样
like
像蛇的
creature
生物，
that can grow or shrink to fit a particular space.
体型能放大还
Its
缩
eggs
小。
are made of pure silver, hence the desire to trade in them.
Seems quite a challenge finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days,
然后那位鸟
during which
鸟
my
蛋商人的
parents
遗
grew
骸，
increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow, and there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value
只有
in
偷猎
ending
者
a
才会
beast's
杀掉
life for
骑士来换取
galleons.
加龙。
I left the eggs alone. I hid. And moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save
I shall
it.
remember that, Professor. Thank you.
再来看下个任务，我们来解保守秘密好了。感觉希罗纳莱恩这个也要解，这个月亮背后这太难了。然后亡灵之躯就要等时间。亚德莱克欧克斯，不动地蜡烛的地图来找宝藏，这也太难了。现在解这2个。有挑战完成了，学霸披风。在占卜学教室外面。
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
So frustrating. You wanted to speak with me, Mother?
I had hoped to speak with you alone, Natsai.
Your message mentioned your concern about an unusual creature that was spotted in the woods near Hogsmeade. That could have been anything.
You know what it was, Natsai.
I am allowed to leave the castle. I am always careful, Mother.
Careful? Officer Singer disagrees. She sent me an owl telling me that you have been trying to collect evidence of some kind against dark wizards. She berated me for not keeping a closer eye on you, and she is right. I do not want you visiting Hogsmeade for the near future.
But Mother!
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
我一起 冒险的吗？我敢规劝他呢。
She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term
小
of
羚羊
endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. I am the unusual creature in Hogsmeade she mentioned. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus.
自我变异术在霍格华兹没有教，可是麦教授不是会变成猫吗？
Much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
How does it feel to transform into an animal?
Well, the first time it can be a bit unnerving.
心脏以2倍
I
速跳
felt a
动。
kind of searing pain and a strong double heartbeat. But it gets easier the more you do it. I no longer feel any pain, and I must say, I find a sense of comfort in the double heartbeat. And I love being able to view the
以不
world
同
from
的
a
角度来
different
欣赏这个
perspective.
世界。你能选择要化作什么动物吗？
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's
人类
animagus
的
form
化
is
兽形态
determined
是依
by
照
their
人的
personality.
性格决
My
定。
mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation.
OK，
I believe it is because
这
I
看
can
天
sense
赋没
danger
错，
and keep my wits about
但
me.
是我记得能化兽的还不少，除了麦教授以外，我记得那个陆平的老婆也可以化兽。
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire
嘴里
month,
含着磨苹果的树
then
叶一整
placing
个
the
月，
leaf in a crystal phial so that it
把
is
树叶
imbued
放进
with
水晶瓶里
moonlight,
面。
then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu,
对瓦嘎杜
but
的学生来说
Professor
很惊
Weasley
悚。
considers it much too dangerous to teach at
霍
Hogwarts.
格华兹太难了吗？太了不起了！
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature,
生物应该
especially
游
one
荡
as
在
rare
盗猎
as a
者附近。
gazelle, should be
确
bounding
实啊，
about
在
where
盗猎
poaching
者
has
附近
become
变成
so
动物太危险
prevalent.
了。
She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle
变成
form.
羚羊的时候被做
But
掉。
she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
或许你母亲是对的，我不能让你母亲阻止我们。感觉这个句话可以说，哎，
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you? You could
我
have
们可是
fled the
古魔法
moment you
师，哎，
discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Randrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time.
哎，他是想要暴走。
Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
没有下一步吗？我以为讲完之后会有下一步。那再来解巨龙的盘问。按错，意图，然后火米春，来找到3根扫帚。
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
"哎，这地方很多人要对话哦。
Glad you came.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
这跟兰洛克有关。
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
那看有什么可以解的。掉地图的先不解，要找东西也先不解。来解这个伊罗纳莱恩，应该是店长，跟店长对话。
Pardon me, but were you saying something?
Oh, hello. Talking to myself. I'm Clementine Willardsey. Charmed. I was musing on the precious butterflies I see near the edge of the forest. Whenever I come near, they fly off into it. When I was at Hogwarts, we truly were forbidden from entering the forest. Told horrible stories about it, and I've had an irrationally intense fear of it ever since. It's silly, but I'm insatiably curious as to where the butterflies go in the forest. You couldn't possibly find out, could you?
You want me to follow the butterflies?
I do, yes, if you wouldn't mind.
你有听过森林的什么事情？
What were the horrible stories you were told about the Forbidden Forest?
Oh, goodness,
学生被
everything
神
from
奇的断头
students，being
那就是那个什么
mysteriously
坟墓的
beheaded
那个
to terrifying spider
杰多的
dens.
坟墓。
Oh, trust me, you hear that at 11 years old, it sticks with you.
Very well. If I have time, I shall see where they lead.
Oh, how kind. Students these days have so much more courage than I ever did. You can usually find me right around here. I hope to see you soon.
跟随蝴蝶。
Don't forget,
最好另一个任务。
butterflies always seem to be on the fringes of the Forbidden Forest. Good luck.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
我跟他说过话。
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned
我
you're
们先
needing
解
my
到
help
蝴
with
蝶跟
something.
这个
I
猫头鹰的任务。
I thought you might be just the
上霍格
person
米
to
说
do
的
a
陶乐
favour
斯
for my
史普
friend
拉特。
Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet.
眼睛使了性
Imagine
格，
what's in there. Probably
年轻
terribly
女巫跟她朋友
theatrical.
乱写一通，
The ramblings of a teenage witch and
应
her
该是什么黑
friends.
历史哦。
You're welcome to take a peek inside if you do find
欢迎
it.
你偷看一下内容，
To be honest,
他是在
I'd
恐吓
imagine it
他吗？
contains some lovely
不准看的
memories.
意思。
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer.
或者
She's
供应
been
回神
supplying
药给
traveling vendors with
旅
Wiggenweld
行商人
potion.。An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot...
来追踪这个任务，放霍格米村。
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Bardolph Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
No.
Excuse me. Did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph. Only he's gone missing. Rumor is he was seen in the forest
森林里练习黑
practicing
魔法。
dark magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a
惹
terrible
毛兰洛
run-in
克的
with
追随者。
Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never
那
to
惹
feel
毛兰洛
powerless
克的追
again.
随者就去找罗
I
克伍。
think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's
有点奇
loyalists.
怪。
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a
被
fortnight.
抓走了吗？
My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in
这
the
样穿着
forest
克莱尔
wearing a
亲手编织的
particular
毛衣。
woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually,
我们终于
Serona
切入
Ryan
重
asked
点
if。I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Serona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering
我
some
们应该有很多
Horklumps
毛
for
菇
me,
精，我应
I'd
该可
be
以直接
happy
给
to
他。
compensate you for your time.
我还真的有。
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Serona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Serona over a butterbeer or
红
two.
根生的木精。
Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way
把
to
毛
see
菇精
her.
丢在洞穴里。
He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk clumps
对，我们还是要去洞
and
窟。
collect the box of letters there.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost
跟以前一样没有
exactly
变。
like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Thank you, Mrs. Brottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk clumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
我们现在解旁边这个，那商店这边问到什
Groundhog's
么？
loyalists are a menace.
又来了。
What can be done?
Madame Beaumont, might I speak with you?
Yes. What about?
Mrs. Sprottle told me a little about your brother's disappearance.
Oh, dear Dorothy. She'd go looking for Bardolph herself if she could.
She mentioned dark magic and even the Ashwinders.
Despite my repeated warnings, Bardolph's been experimenting with dark magic near the edge of the forest. I thought perhaps he'd get it out of his system and it would gradually
我们之后
stop.
就没有再回家了。
But then one day, he didn't come home.
I'll let you know if I see or hear anything about him.
Thank you. How kind. I'd be so grateful to learn where he is. I know in my heart he's out there. Do be careful.
我卖什么东
What
西
do you have for sale?
Bardolph, where are you?
骨头、
I'll not give up hope.
蜘蛛，这些不太重要的东西，
Thank you for passing through.
我们就会探索一下。
This looks intriguing.
那么远吗？位置好像不太妙哦，还有炸弹。
Incendiary.
Is that an with just? That must be Bardolph.
Confringo. Imperium. Caporzo. Bombarda.
哦，大众。
Incendio.
应该清空了吧？
Revelio.
未识别的物品。巴道夫的日记。
An entry from Bardolph's journal. He overheard whispers, a plan, something to do with him.
就去回报了。
wonder who lives here.
Oh, I do hope my brother is all right.
Madame Beaumont, I do have some news of your brother.
Oh, please tell me he's safe.
他决定追求转型人生。
I'm afraid he's joined the Ashwinders and has no interest in returning.
What? No, this can't be. He was seeking their advice, that's all.
I'm truly sorry. I wish it had been better news. I wish you well, Madame Beaumont.
What more could I
这
have
选择比较好吗？还是说他挂了比较好？
Bardolph. What are you looking for exact? Bardolph, my dear brother.
我的任务呢？哎，这样就解掉了。
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. My apologies. I've not been myself since we last met. Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. It's Ranrock I have to thank for losing Bardolph. If only I could somehow rid our hamlet of
所以刚应该选他死了吗？
Simply at my
那
wit's
所以兰洛
end.
克开始发到在哪里扎营？我可以赶走他们。
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury or worse. Please be cautious. We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
New instruments are
nothing like.
It seems as though things are getting worse. Best
应该
be
很
on
简
my
单。
guard.
清除2个妖精营地，2个哦，这么多。
One less human
Hello?
to
One of Ranrock's camps.
我来喽。
Exactly as Madame Beaumont described.
Incendio. Also.
另一个在哪里？
Levioso. Incendio. Defendo. Let's get this over with. Not quite. Accio. Incendio. Also. I won't rest until you're dead. Potato.
Crucial.
Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Descendo. You've one less follower, Ranrock.
One camp down, one more to go.
有什么宝物吗？
Revelio.
现在没什么东西。下个营地。
You won't defeat us all! That's
Bombarda. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Levioso. Incendio. Defendo. Stop it! Repulsor. Imperial. Don't have time for this. Why drag this out longer than necessary? No! Repulsor. Accio.
很凶啊，这个。 因为帕比定了这时间寄信过来嘛。
Incendio. Can't win. Repulsor. I won't rest until you're crushed.
全灭了。
Revelio.
有什么东西吗
？Both camps cleared. Madam Beaumont will be glad to hear that.
肃清成功了。OK， 又回报了。
This place has seen better days. Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Bardolph!
Hello, Madam Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
用我们的黑魔法来个出其不意。
I managed to catch them off guard.
Oh, I wish my brother could have done what you did. Perhaps he'd still be with me now. I'm especially grateful. You did, for Bardolph, what I could not. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
I should be going now. Thank you.
Thank you, sincerely.
那我们就要去解那个洞窟的任务，去洞窟找信，应该是真正的朋友。天赋可以点，为什么？诅咒时间增长，那基本的。变形咒会变爆炸。太强了吗？大爆范围加大，ED 降会有冲击波，冰冻咒会有碎片，枷锁数会扩散1次。这个好分分电很强。然后核心这个还没点，拖死直接伤害，这感觉可以点一点。哦，洞窟在附近而已。
An astronomy table should prove useful once the sun's down. This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
毛菇精洞穴，应该不会走很远吧？
Visit the cave to find Zerona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find better to have a look around. See about the Hawklumps and the box of letters. That's all the Hawklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio. Confringo.
我有魔鬼网，太扯了。
Incendio. Revelio.
被拿清了。来下一个。蘑菇精也太多了。
Incendio. Revelio.
反方要有洞窟，谁想得到？要是跳下来刚好看到，根本不会发现。都没东西了。
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or together.
Leviosa, incendio, defendo. Devolso, confringo, Imperial. Confringo. Bombarda, Expelliarmus, Sendo. Accio, Leviosa, incendio, defendo. Devolso, confringo. Crucio. Bombarda, Expelliarmus, Descendo, Protego. Accio, Leviosa, defendo, incendio. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Accio. Leviosa. Defendo. Incendio. Crucio. Imperial. Repulsor. Confringo. Defendo. Accio. Leviosa. Incendio. Bombarda.
又要红爆。
That was a close one.
这是什么东西吗？更多的毛菇精。
Lumos.
一堆魔鬼网。
Revelio.
好像没东西。
Lumos.
.那就要走右边。
Incendio.
不是。
Accio.
要加入。嗯？没录吗？有声音？哦，可以直接推开哦。哇！
Revelio.
早说为什么不早说？没有录，先看一下。 水后面应该会有路吧？
Revelio.
超多毛菇。
Revelio.
OK， 应该没了。看到信，亲爱的希罗娜，这是他的信。 这底下应该不是破破星大师，好不好？他真的破破星。哎呦， 麦拉贝尔。对，麦拉贝尔跟他们什么关系啊？史波拉特先生跟史波拉特女士。这个牛巴圣批是什么东西啊？下星期的对战会不代表下星期的对战会对你手下留情。今年的雷文克劳永远不是史莱哲林的对手。贝利蒙纳写的，会有很多人在写信咯。交换出这个小礼物。他们那时候要练习魁地奇，所以希罗纳是雷文克劳的，然后刚放地上那个信呢是史莱哲林的。
This must be Sorona's box of letters.
贝斯，哦，所以好多人在写信。
I should take this box of letters to Sorona.
这个高级巫师服饰。希罗纳写的，他写给史波拉特。
I think that's everything.
那就拿起啊，我们就有回报了。送回火米村。应该可以顺便卖点东西。刚拿了一堆装。
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
条条大路通火米村。
Folks still talk about.
Please tell me you have enough.
Hello, Sorona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
好奇信件里面内容，我们其实已经看过了。
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course.
其他
It
学生
appears
寄来
most of the
的。
letters were from fellow students.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aiden. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand.
不是每个青少
And
年
not
都很容易理
everyone was
解。
as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through, well,
艰
got me
难的
through
事
some
情。
challenging times, to put it mildly.
I saw a letter from someone named
加利克教
Mirabelle.
授，
Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
你也曾经参加魁地奇球队吗？
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
拿到一个桶价奖励，可以去附近卖点东西。
It's always nice to see a familiar face.
暴跳菇跟精炼器啊，这个还没辨识，这可以卖。 买得起吗？买不起。
Let me know if there's
最后
anything
再来
else
吗？
I can do to help.
Times used to be so much simpler.
刚好还有个蝴蝶任务要解，我们有完成挑战。完成哪一个？缓冲。诶，那植物学是跟谁学？好好奇哦。还是用捡的，宝宝是要捡到的。玻璃蛋跟随蝴蝶，来姐跟随蝴蝶之后走玻璃蛋。
There's so much to worry about now. Days.
哦，村子里不能放。
Hogsmeade, here I come.
在那边寻找蝴蝶。
There they are. She wasn't making it up. Well, we've come this far. Miss Willardsy might get an answer about these butterflies.
哦，跟那蝴蝶去哪里？有鸟在打架。找出蝴蝶要去哪里？这蝴蝶想去哪里呢？ 箱子
Well, well. Look what we have here.
可以回头喽。这蜘蛛网这边一堆怪是怎么回事？
Incendio, Accio, Flinder, Potato, Levioso, Crucial, Depulso, Confringo, Nerio, Confringo, Confringo, Incendio.
哇！为什么这样喷出来
Potato, Accio, Levioso, Incendio, Levioso, Depulso, Incendio. Revelio.
哪里还有怪？好像没看到呢。
Confringo.
应该是还有一只，不知道什么位置。
You're the one who stole our hippogriff. You're about to regret that.
这里哪里有人呢？没有怪哦，怪了。我们在树上。
You shouldn't go about stealing goblins' helms stolen by others now, should you?
是在树上吗？不太可能吧。 怪事。
Bit obsessed with class, aren't you?
有一个防护墙，我们跑进去了。哇，没有水。这边村子里跑酷，奶油啤酒桶，外面有人在飞。
An answer for me about the butterflies.
Hello, Miss Willardsy.
Well, what happened? Did you find them?
They led me into the forest and revealed a treasure.
Oh, how lovely! I'm glad you were rewarded for your efforts. Perhaps one day I'll be able to bring myself to go into the forest. For now, I'm happy simply knowing there's something so lovely to see, should I dare.
拿到一个花盒，哎，就是龙蛋的下一步任务，波列蛋。我要怕比。
Like her to forget.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package. But it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in Plimpies.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howen for the measles.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
你怎么查到巨龙下落的？
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg.
想要知道戴了项圈表现后如何，他想做什么？他其实是坏蛋吗？怎么会有这种坏蛋的思想呢？
I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her
这个帕比
patterns.
思维精准弄懂
First and then
盗
her
猎
egg.
者的想法。
Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
你站在这里就知道这么
Surprised
多
how，easy it is to
太
think
刻
like
意
a
了。
poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
为什么不把蛋留着？
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No, it belongs to her.
因为我还留着跟
Keeping it
偷
will
猎
make
的
me
人就没
just
什么
as
差别
bad
了。
as the poachers.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of
不顾前
aggression
进。
or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready
听到
when
龙
you
的声音。
are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safe.
在哪里？
Good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
龙看到。
Poor thing must be worried sick, wondering what happened to her egg.
应该不会咬我们。
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
有狼啊！
Also,
Gross.
I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10.
There she
可以
is
继续
again.
跑吧。
She's
过不去。
from a distance.
啊，可以修桥。修复咒。
Repairer.
Fantastic. I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance,
感觉要跑很远。
Hebrideans love sheep.
What? How lucky for us. Or just raring for.
Quiet, what was that?
怎么来的呢？被龙发现了。不要跟我们打了。我们不要伤害他，那我怎么做？跑过去吗？哦，我放了太多咬人橄榄，好危险！要不然点下去。
It's her domain. She'll make sure we keep at it. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Well, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me.
I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
然后一路跑进巨龙洞。
There's the nest. We're almost there.
哦，还要过桥，你要把桥修好。
Repairer.
Why is every bridge here broken?
应该是被龙撞
If
的
we。just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
他来了。会喷火吗？刚刚我喷火直接挂了。哎呦，可以摸吗？ 不会把蛋吃哦，可以走了。
That was brilliant. And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
差点被吃掉，竟然杀掉我们。人们不懂欣赏生物的美好。
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it.
我们把蛋带回来了。
And we returned her egg.
带回去了。
Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us?
已经
It's not
过
like them
12
to
点可以
let
领
things
虾币了。
Unless
what?
Unless they haven't let things lie.
他们有采取作为，什么意
Oh
思？
no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
嗨，文月华，晚上好。因为想说赶快把进度推一推啊，现在应该12点半下播。
How could I have been so blind?
那想到什么呢？全部支线只推主线吗？今天是主要是解支线，不过应该解的差不多。接下来就是回去看孵出来了没呀？这个还没解，这个解完之后就是回去解妖精玉了。这两个可以解，先把这两个推掉。支线应该都差不多了。再回万应市去。先看另一个，另一个可能比较近。哦，其实超远吗？世界地图。这是在哪里啊？霍格华兹里面吗？好像是
Off on another adventure, are we?
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my uncle
英
Roland
属
is
贸
a
易
metal
上，
trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his
但我
business
们要找
travels.
人了。
In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
换作是我也会担心。
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself,
我们
but
可
I
是
can't concentrate
恐
on
怖的古
anything
魔
until I
法
know
师啊
he's！all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
你跟你叔叔跟妖精做生意的事吗？
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages.
他还
Even
会说
speaks
精灵语，
gobbledygook.
这么厉害。
But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
你跟叔叔的关系好吗？
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide.
如果是麻烦的地图就不解了。
What have you got yourself into?
找到他营地。
I hope Adelaide's uncle.
看起来是可以指道路的哦。我们这边飞过去，应该不会是太麻烦的吧？哎嗨，胖安，晚上好。
This be Mr. Oakes' campsite. Ranrock's loyalists.
The boys.
Just there.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Lombardo. Descendo.
我们都可以停止施法呢，应该这周末就可以停止了。进度应该其实差不多了，试炼剩2个，现在应该主线推一推。
Revelio.
Mr. Oakes' trade journal.
等洛克手下答应要碰面，我们用精灵语讨论内容，目标是罕见的金属矿床。 刚刚其实是在偷矿床。有地图，我要打地穴吗？
Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to Mr. Oakes' trade journal.
Incendio. Defender. Accio.
嗯，因为红不开吗？
Bombarda.
蹦棒吧，其实唱歌就可以了嘛。不行啊，我们一定要把路清开，然后把活动解。哦，这有个宝箱。
Revelio.
那地图说它的位置。罗兰德的地图呢？ 但地图好像没说在哪里耶。
Revelio。
难道是旁边的洞窟吗？宝藏密库。应该没有，哦有地图哦。从营地出发，顺着河往下走。谁知道飞多远啊？那都是有个营地。
Before we forget about that goblin helm you stole. You're the little sod that saved Treadwell.
Accio.
哇，可怕的古魔法师。
Accio. Leviosa. Incendio.
One less poacher in the wizarding world.
Revelio.
看你完全不可怕，当然不可怕，可怕是我们，我们就是可怕的古魔法师啊！史上最邪恶魔法师，光是不射咒就有2个了。是这里吗
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Revelio.
奇怪的洞窟，原来只有宝藏哎！但这完全不知道飞去哪里。那线索太少了。蜘蛛巢穴、宝藏密库、玻璃兽巢穴，还是往这边飞啊？可以开地图来看。来看一下，应该是水流，然后会飞到一个地牢，可是不知道在什么地方。应该是要顺着水流飞，但是要飞到不知道什么地牢。一开始营地应该这一个，然后说顺着水流往下走， 还是其实要走这边？飞过去看一下。这边顺着水流另一边。嗨嗨，有奶空邦汪，晚上好，晚上好。应该是这个位置。
What do we have here?
今天不下播，竟然要下播。这一区好多，这一区感觉好多哥布林啊！我好像找到位置。去更高的地方搞不好有什么。这里哪里有人呢？
But then you won't stop me. You can't.
这边感觉好火热。没有上楼的位置吗？ 用绕的，或是只用飞的。
An intruder! You won't be able to.
Revelio.
有没有人？ 这还不少。
Is this possible? I'd best have my wits about me. Revelio.
里面有人。
Glad I was never locked up here.
这边进不去吗
？Incendio.
看只能找别的路上去了。
Trouble's brewing and I'm without my friends. Revelio.
这边剩2个区域有人。
Levioso. Revelio. Ranrock has fooled you all. To your demise. Revelio.
那是啊，拿到药草学了。我们现在只缺药草学3。进入妖精前哨。哇！难怪。
Levioso. Incendio. Potato. Cruising. Divorce. Imperial. Confringo. Bombarda.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Defender. Repulsor. Confringo. Crucio. Repulsor. Accio. Defender. Stadium. Leviosa. Incendio. Accio. Morfalo. Expelliarmus. Descendo. Accio. Incendio. Defender.
Should think they felt that in London.
干怪鼻涕。这箱子可以做什么？
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
嗨嗨，花花晚上好。不过其实差不多要下播了。
Goodness, not a party to attend by myself.
今天只开到12点半。应该解完这任务就差不多了。然后找到路线。嗨嗨，能够晚上好。我才。拓海，你回来了。应该解掉这个妖精废墟就差不多了。天啊，路线感觉要走很远。我们在这里会找到什么呢？有没有妖精？
It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on.
Aloha Mora.
然后解锁，这个解锁的秘诀，就看到它开始转，就是那个位置，然后两边都开始转，就是中了。
Revelio.
哇，有人！2发不射咒直接解决。
Too late for you to learn the error of your ways.
65块钱。
Revelio.
有点穷酸哦。再来看对面的房间，这应该看这边。哦，好像都是同一，应该走另一边，尽量不要落掉任何宝箱。
Incendio.
哦，这里没有路。嗯，不对啊，刚刚不是有路标？哦，路在上面。不是，没有路，这也太小了吧，小到看不出来。
Revelio.
宝箱，又有个眼镜。这边哦，这也可以走。好像有敌人。No. 就把它切烂。
Revelio.
无血药已经慢。
Revelio.
下面很多人，热闹一下。有些高丽菜，这高丽菜超重。好像都被高丽菜秒杀了。恐怖高丽菜。另一个人。Hello?
Oh, that student defeated our encampment in the tower.
哦，2000。
You only have Ranrock to blame. Revelio.
上面有宝物吗？跳不上去，先从另一边绕了。要点火是不是
？Incendio。
我在哪里有路啊？让水流过去，然后呢？门开了吗？哦，有动力了。
One way or another.
Imperial.
有一些高丽菜，热闹一下。我天啊，高丽菜太恐怖了，那好像一个 BOSS 直接被咬死。
Kill spells glance off of me. Pity the same Imperial. Corpses.
Incendio. 没有邪恶高丽菜啊！诶，看隔壁房间有宝藏。
This must be Mr. Oakes' wand.
欧克斯先生的魔
Perhaps
杖。
now he can set himself free.
然后隔壁有宝藏。诶，这要怎么上去啊？爬上去了。也太难爬了吧！旁边可以爬吗？可以。哦，原来这才是路。检查一下。
Revelio.
这是药水。那边有个宝箱。啊？有哎、差点错过了。 开门。
Revelio。
看来还有别条路。也太多路了吧？这边有保护，在另一个地方。
Incendio。
谁知道？因为要不是刚好扫到，根本不会发现。再继续往前走，应该快到终点了。总不可能一直走下去吧？哦，又这么多人。
Your blood's on Ranrock's hands.
我们已经毫不掩饰的开始把人做掉了。
Revelio.
完全不是友善的巫师啊！应该可以点火。
Incendio.
不行吗
？Revelio. Hello, Mr. Oakes.
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks.
我刚刚已经拿到魔杖了。
If I have any chance of opening it, look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
Fortunately, I've already found your
幸运的
wand,
是，我已经
Mr.
找到你的
Oakes.
魔杖了。
Found it. Pass it to me.
他们已经回不来了，全部被我们做掉了。
Must get out. Hurry. Oh, my wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you. You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student?
你是个学生，
must get you to
我
safety
可是
immediately.
古魔法转学生啊！
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're
我们
either
就是
very
哥布林
lucky
杀
or
手啊
very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was
然后
even
对方
there.
都忘记我们被关在里面。
They overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblin stole every canut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
你会说妖精语吗？
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
你无意间听到什么？
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's
他知道兰洛
unfortunate
克为什么要
vendetta
复
against
仇。
wizard kind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp.
那跟罗克我应
He
该有
was
仇。
young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage.
原来这个
He
还
beat
魔杖才被
Ranrock
打死
nearly
哦。
to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizard kind, sees us all as cruel.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wombat is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
哦，他瞬间消失了。
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
有什么保障吗？ OK， 我们又完成一个任务。不能传送吗？还要跑出去哦，太远了哦。看刚刚们能不能传送？真的假的？要我们跑出去？有点远哎。不是从这来的吗
？Incendio。
哦。哦。啊。
这是怕我们少拿什么东西哦。找到出口了，那应该把这个回报完，今天就到这边了啊。还有那个骑士醉鬼嘛，应该已经繁殖完成，可以顺便解一解。我们就回去回报吗？到密室。去看一下骑士醉鬼嘛。繁殖完成可以拿到什么？我想应该可以拿到可以集成的骑士醉鬼马吧。后代，它的后代。然后我们要喂食它。任务完成。
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral. Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deke never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the Phoenix, not Tobbs, and not even Master. Deke often wonders what became of that Phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
为什么卡25等？好好奇哦。剥猎者出没，跟帕比对话。我们的支线快解完了，那3个找地图的，这是找东西的就先不解。帕比，这应该可以对话一下。关台前最后对话。就是找到帕比跟他聊一下。那这是什么地方呢？这看来城堡里面了。中塔区吗？
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she alright?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
一切都没事的。
If your gran's alright and they didn't get the egg, then perhaps we're fine.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
还有什么生物陷入危险？
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they
研究
took
稀有生物
valuable
时找到的宝
journals
藏。
that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about the secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
金碳鸟是什么？为什么偷猎者这么在乎金碳鸟？金碳鸟藏在哪里？
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
为什么那么在乎金碳鸟？
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are
羽毛跟
incredibly
眼睛都很
valuable.
珍贵。
That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarously was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
人马第一太讲肯我们去找人马谈谈吗？
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them.
有日本人
Tensions
来
with them are high.
可能吧。
Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think
不过我
on
不
it.
擅长日文哦。
I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
他之后才会跟我们对话。我们目前应该是把支线解的差不多了，那下一次开台的时候就可以解主线了。那今天就先到这边咯，感谢大家收看，我们下次见，谢谢大家。各位读者您好，本书库的开放时间已经结束，您离开时别忘了携带的物品。马克白的书库再次感谢您的使用，并祝你有美好的夜晚。霍海晚安，蓝湖晚安，花花晚安，大家晚安啦。我们下次直播时间应该是看看吧，可能礼拜3或是礼拜4的时候。晚安喽。